Welcome to 108 Gate, where we are looking at the current energies and the current flow of things. Interestingly, this is the second take because the other one was recording lopsided. I don't know why, but it was. Anyway, second take, going into it, not accepting, when noticed, not accepting a lower quality of something, just start again, make sure it's realigned. So what was coming up was, this is MC Escher, and the hands are drawing themselves. What I mean by that is, this hand is drawing that cuff, and that is a drawing of something that looks more realistic. You are able to create what you want. You are able to create who you are. You have that power within your hands. You decide what is acceptable or not acceptable for you. You decide on if you have the courage or the tenacity, the determination, the persistence to change those things that are not fitting, not suitable for you. Or do you just go along with it and keep going in a way that's not achieving what you actually want to achieve? You've already possibly at this point connected with the things you want to be achieving. If not, it could be coming in. There could be a definite, as you set the intention and you start making those shifts and changes, the spirituality of this is about you connecting with your pure essence, your true essence, and acknowledging that and honouring that. In that process, as you have the power and start acknowledging that you have the power, start utilising your inner power to be more so of who you are, be more so of what you need and what you want for yourself, then the renewal process starts coming in. The renewal being the renewed connection to self, the renewed connection to what you aspire to, what you are wanting to achieve, what you are wanting to eliminate, becomes easier to let go of, so that you've got more space for what you do want. If you don't want conflict, then you're going to have to face the conflict, resolve the conflict, and then the conflict can go. If you keep ignoring the conflict, you'll be in denial of the conflict, then you can't resolve it, you can't I was going to say process it, so therefore it's going to keep lingering. There needs to be courage, there needs to be a sense of ownership, there needs to be a sense of relationship improvement with self, relationship improvement with your whole context of your being. So we're going to get one more for here, above spirituality, because it's like it's filtering in. As this goes this way and starts filling in the gaps here, this one is filling in the gaps here. The renewal process is happening partially without you, partially with you. What do you want to renew? What do you want to have renewed? What do you want to have replenished? And if you don't take that responsibility, that means somebody else's hand has power within your life. Someone else's hands are drawing your destiny, your future, your fate, your process. So the hands which are drawing your life, your map, your direction, needs to be yourself. Insight. The answers are there for those who look. Insight of what's happened. What have you learned? What have you not learned yet? What should you have learnt by now? Is there a cycle that keeps going round and round and round and round and round, and you keep feeling yourself catching in the same emotions, being caught in the same mistakes, being caught with the same person in the same situation? What needs to change to break that cycle? What needs to change for you to finally be free of that, so you can actually stretch your hands and start drawing more aspects of yourself, more parts of yourself? 8 of coins. You're making, in the process of, what are you making? Are you making more problems for yourself, or are you making great opportunities for yourself? You are literally in such a powerful position right now. The configuration of the planets is quite substantially loaded, shall we say. You want to be utilising it. You don't have to, but I would suggest you look at it and you try and utilise it to the best of your ability. You're literally in a position of you are deciding what you make. You either make a mess or you're making something of beauty and perfection for yourself. You're either making more conflict or you are making peace. What are you making? What are you deciding to renew? Right, we've got a few drop out. I'm going to take the ones that are facing up. I'm going to put the ones that are facing down aside just in case they feel relevant. But the ones that are facing up are those. Right. So that is Queen of Wands and the Hangman. Insight. This is linked to the insight. This is part of the insight. What are you needing to gain from the insight of your past? What are you willing to accept as your responsibility? Where is the conflict coming in? Resolve it. Where is the conflict coming in? And then you can have the tiniest bit of power. You may feel overwhelmed by it. You may feel like you've got no power at all. Find the tiniest spot, the tiniest nugget, the tiniest thread of empowerment and go to that. Go to that and then start that tiny thread being unravelled. Then there's the next part, it's the next part, it's the next part. You can make your bigger picture sweeter. It's the small steps. So the Page of Wands, the tiny actions, the tiny actions, the tiny actions. Getting the courage to do the next tiny action. Where is it going to lead to? A bigger action. Love this reading, love the vibe, very proactive, very conscious of the subconscious, holding so much wealth that you can be using and utilising for yourself, for your own empowerment. We'll have another one over here, but that was just for the ones that had fallen out anyway. But there you go, you decide to go in that way, like you decide which way you're going. Are you going to go towards your conflict and process it, or you're going to avoid the conflict and let it keep lingering and taking you through the same loop, the same loop, the same loop? Have a think about it. Look at it from a different perspective. Look at it with the perspective of where you have even the smidgen, tiniest bit of empowerment. Go with that empowerment. With the Queen of Wands energy, aim towards being Empress. It's all there for you to receive, for you to take, for you to utilise, for you. So for now, peace and love.